Merry Christmas. Bet you didn't expect to see me. Well, pulled cards out last night, like I like to do. And I feel like I have a message for my collective, the collective in general. Sorry I'm not like, whoo, tonight. I'm very peaceful and calm. Could have something to do with, hi, Merry Christmas. Could have something to do with just working with my crystals and stuff all day. I'm just like, either way, I feel like I have a message for y'all. Okay. Um, I pulled out a base the other day, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. Wasn't sure if it was just a message for me, but usually it'll resonate. Okay, with a lot of y'all because we're all connected. So let's get on with this. All right. Over top the whole reading with this Ace of Swords here. This is all about truth, gaining knowledge, understanding your thought patterns, how things work, how things don't work. It's all those truths coming in that are thoughts. Remember, swords are about thoughts. You have 3 aces right here on the top, by the way. It's bizarre. When I pulled out the first 4 cards, I kind of did a pyramid scheme, or pyramid thing here. Pyramid scheme? Something going on with pyramid scheme. I don't know, someone's trying to get, I don't know. Maybe someone's telemarketer, I don't know. I'll throw that out there. This very well could be a message for you if that's a confirmation. Either way, there's this Ace of Pentacles here. First card that came out, beyond this being at the bottom of the deck. Some of you, when you gain this knowledge or this truth, and some of you are already getting it, you're getting downloads for it. Okay. Underneath that is, you're not, I don't think you're really sure how to take it, but you know it's true. And you know what you got to do. Like, this is what's coming up underneath that Ace of Swords. There's an Ace of Pentacles here. There's something you wanted to start. Very well could be business-wise. Very well could be a change of job. Very well could be a change of location. Something way more lucrative for you than what you're doing. Something isn't so fulfilling. Okay? Maybe the timing was off before. Might not have been the right timing. And I know this because look what comes out right next to it. Here's the Emperor. This is your entrepreneur. This is your business person. This is your boss. This is a very wise person, older person. Could be an Aries, just say. That's why I'm like, anyway. The Fool comes out after that. Yeah, there's something that you're going to be asked to get started. Something brand new. I don't think really, might have been something that was being kicked around. Very well could be collaboration too. Something that's been kicked around, but it hasn't like transpired yet. And I think some of you have been being watched. I'm not saying that like in a bad way, like somebody's been watching you and your work. Some of you might be getting a raise, just put it that way. Might be getting something brand new job. And I feel like the universe, and right here is the Fool with the Ace of Wands. That's a brand new start. Something passionate is about to begin. This very well could be me giving you your message. This is what is crowning these last stipulations here. I think there's something that you know that you needed to do. I know that you know, because here's a Queen of Swords. Cutting off something that no longer, it doesn't even make you happy. It's, honestly, I think you've lost more than you've gained with whatever it is that you were doing, whether this is business, whether this is relationships. Like, you already know this. You can feel this. You're in a queen or emperor state, ready to start a brand new beginning. But I think the universe is asking you, do you have the testicle fortitude to Lorena Bobbitt this bullshit? Cut it off. Someone might have been told that they were getting put out in the cold. I just lost people that came on here when I said Lorena Bobbitt. Oops, I'm sorry if that offended you, but look, she has the sword in her hand. The universe could be nudging you to walk away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. She's looking in that cup. Look. She's like, this is not it. This is not what I'm looking for. As somebody's walking away back here. There's nothing left. Nothing good. Like I said, I think you lost. Now look, wanna know why I knew this was for you? This is great. If you do this, which I think some of you are back and forth on, because most of the people who are on here are empaths. They don't like to hurt people's feelings. They like to be loyal and stick things out with people or situations way past their time. And I think the universe is telling you to move on from something. I feel like that's what spirit and the divine is asking you to trust, to do this. Might not feel so good, but there's no growth I don't feel left there. So someone walking away from that. I think it's you. Well, guess what? If you do this, which I know that you already know what it is, there's been things that you've been thinking about and trying to manifest with the high priestess here. It's been deep in your spirit and deep in your soul, and the universe has been showing you, giving you signs, giving you synchronicities. The universe has been bringing you signs, synchronicities, showing you this is what your wish fulfillment should look like. However, you've been getting the Bride of Frankenstein a lot. With, it could be people, it could be places, it could be anything. Like, it feels like that what you've asked for, that's why I say be very clear when you're setting intentions. We don't need no more Bride of Frankensteins, you know? Your intuition's been telling you that you're worth way more. There is one stipulation now. At the very tail end of this, you know this is the right thing to do, and it is definitely your wish fulfillment. Look, it's over. The Ten of Swords is at the very bottom of the pyramid of this. Here's your Ace of Swords. This is the end. You know it. To whatever situation. But you got to cut it out. And that's not always the easiest thing to do. Especially during this time of year. When people want to be, cozied up. Next to a fire. Learn to get comfortable with being alone. Which many of us have been doing that, and we've been doing that work. I think many of us know certain things are way past their due time. It's way over. It's way past due time. There's nothing left in this cup. He's already hightailing it out of there. And it doesn't, look, it does not always feel good to be the breaker-upper or the one being broken up with. But if they're not at your level, if they don't understand you, you gotta cut them free. They're just gonna hold you back at this point. That's my message. That's what I feel the divine is telling me to tell you. You have this stuff all up here. The divine isn't going to leave you empty-handed. Not at all. And this is taking a leap of faith, man. You know this. But there's something that needs cut out to make room for this. Whether it's people, places, or things. It's here. But I feel the blockages. Some people don't want to let certain people out in the cold. Or you're settling for something that just keeps recycling. That makes sense. You're into it. I know that you know this. That's why people are getting pissed off and clicking off right now. They don't want to hear it. But they're going to see it. The universe keeps giving you synchronicities and telling you all about it. And you're like, but it's painful. Yes. Growing pains. It's growing pains. Faith is not easy. Especially when you've been disappointed a lot. And there very well could be something like right on the tip of your tongue. That can transform your whole life. If you just trust. Brand new. When you start seeing those synchronicities and you start being like, Blue Flame said this was going to happen, I give it within a week or two. You're going to get so fed up with status quo, people, places, and things. You got to go. Universe will make you feel very uncomfortable until you do. Might be something you have to give up. I don't know. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. Could be toxic behaviors. Your universe is telling you. You're getting it. Very well could be during the Cancer full moon too. That's coming up. Like I said, you're not even confused. You know exactly what Blue Flame is talking about right now. There's no confusion here. Or there's not going to be. It's going to be real crystal clear that you're like, I can't keep doing this. There's a decision. Oh, devil in reverse. People don't want to hurt other people. I get it, but here comes the Empress, right along with the Queen of Pentacles. This definitely has to do, and Judgment. Definitely has something to do. Your money was being blocked, and until you do this, hi, Louie Lovelace. How are you? Look. Your Divine Feminine is getting healed, one way or another. Very well, like I said, could have to do with creativity. And I think that some of you might need to leave a job or something along those lines. You know it, and you've been I think you've been knowing this, but you've been real slow to freaking move. It's like, do I have faith? Oh, hi. My mommy's a Virgo. Right here is Virgo. The Hermit with the Knight of Pentacles. You come in and Virgo shows up. Maybe this message was for you. You might want to watch from the beginning. But that was my message from the divine. If you can cut this off, and you already know what it is because your intuition's been screaming at you the whole entire time. Oh. But I felt like, yeah, I felt like coming, pulling some cards Christmas time and giving you that message. The divine was on my butt. I pulled it out last night. I pulled it out last night and it's like, get going, get moving. There's better things on the horizon. If you do, look, something more emotionally fulfilling. Isn't it a part, I believe, a part of your destiny too. You're walking into your destiny. Wow. Quickly moving into it. It's emotionally fulfilling, all three of them water sign. This very well could be that Cancer full moon. You're going to get to the full realization of exactly what I'm telling you. Some of you already know what I'm talking about. And, yep, Blue Flame's right. Gotta let something go before it takes my money or screws me over more. And I think you're going to see it. Spirit of the Most High. I ask that whoever gets this message and whoever this resonates with, you give them the power and the passion to move past this quickly. I guess there might be you might have to tell somebody, I'm moving, I'm resigning, get the fuck out of my house, don't text me anymore, you know, the whole nine. I've been contemplating this. You know that you don't trust them. Look at that. Not at all. There's probably, I think if this is a work situation, there's some people at work you don't trust either. You know they're two-faced. Big time. You empaths on here. Look, you can't heal in the same place that hurt you. That's one of the things that I've been hearing that quote over and over again, and I'm sitting here like, but I've been doing pretty good healing. However, I think I've outgrown. Emotionally, I've outgrown the fuckery and the dumb stuff. Like I can't deal with tomfoolery anymore. Especially when it's messing with me and causing me to have blocks. Screw that. End to that bullshit. Complete end to that bullshit. Same with you guys. Time to move on. Some of you might be like, well, I'm going to feel like a dick if I just up and quit my job. What are they going to think of me if I follow my passion? Yeah, a lot of times it's major asshole douchebag card. I think some of you don't want to feel bad. But I think you're going to be offered something way better than your kingship. Yeah, you'd be like, yo, you weren't moving up the ladder there. I don't feel like there was any room for growth anymore. I think wherever you were at, whatever situation you were in, the growth just stopped. And you knew it. You felt it. It was like, I got to do something different. The universe is like, yeah, you do. The Lovers is in reverse. Some of you, this had to do with a love situation. Relationship situation. Very well could have been with a fire sign. That's interesting. The Lovers in reverse, Queen of Wands, and the Six of Wands. If you stand in your power, you'll have victory. Sit on your throne and don't get up. You're worth so much more than what this whole situation was dealing with freaking pages. You're going to have to tell somebody goodbye. Something, somebody, somewhere, whatever. Maybe you need to, on a 3D thing, maybe you just need to clean out your house and say goodbye to a bunch of shit. I don't know. But there's all the work you did on yourself and the transformation. Now it's get up or shut up. It's that time. Magician in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Seven of Cups in, yeah. Knight of Cups with the King of Swords. Could have been a water sign and an air sign here. Gemini, big. Pisces, big. Possibly Aquarius. I think someone personally just tried to manipulate one of you. Or one of these people. That's seven. Made a lot of confusion. They were selfish, overindulgent, gossiping, can't manifest shit, and emotionally unavailable. All they want to do is friggin' fight all the time, and you're like, I want peace. But there was no peace here. There was a lot of confusion. Yeah. I just did all 72 cards, believe it or not. Oh, and there's death card. Dude. All the work you did. This is it. We just had a Mars square Pluto in Chiron. This wasn't meant to tickle. This wasn't meant to tickle. They're ripping the Band-Aid off. Be like, it's it. Devil in reverse. Toxic energy in reverse. You gotta say later. Alright, is there anything else, Spirit? Give my collective the indifference that they need. I don't want you to make... You do what you gotta do. Get the collective moving. Merry Christmas, everybody. You all know I'm right. There's that moving card again. What are you trying to tell me? I already know I'm supposed to get the hell out of this area. For me, personally, just it's going to take a lot of work. Just put it that way. And time. So your girl here is going to be doing something with uprooting. I already know that for me. It will take me time. Especially when you do it all by yourself. Because that's the way it goes. What's new? I know. I know. This is new. Everything on that top row is new. The universe isn't... Look, we're not waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on us. Okay? Let's flip mode this. We have everything we need. Esoteric, we have it. It's gifted to us. However, are you prepared? Did you prepare yourself? This is preparation. Preparation time. But there's something that you got to cut off that's keeping you bound. You know it. My earth sign's in here. Might be something you need to speak to somebody. Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, Capricorn energy. We just got out of Sag. Now we're in Capricorn energy. Downloads. Swift communication. I like to call this shooting your shot too. But I think some of you aren't really in that mode yet of wanting to really shoot your shot. But maybe there's somebody that you're supposed to. There might be somebody, like I said, that you need to talk to. You might be moving there. Preparation. Oh, she said, oh, you're funny. There might be something that you might be moving for a job. You might be getting this message. It might be coming in quickly. That's also something that I can actually say about these cards up here. Might be finding out something real quick. And it might be tied to you with that last spread I did with having to finally finalize and put that final nail in the coffin and let it go. Any other messages? Holy Spirit, well, I'm supposed to tell you all, I know I've heard this a lot today. I tell you this all the time, how much God loves you, how much the Creator loves you. And it doesn't matter the circumstances that are outside that you can't control, that are kind of out of control. It's like there's times where it's just like you just have to relinquish it. You know, you're hearing this from an Aries, relinquishing control, dear Lord. You know, sometimes you just have to understand that it's for your better. When you do, God has everything. Everything's out there. It's being prepared for you to be able to finally manifest it in. Because I think whatever that was blocking it. Period. Yep. Some people don't want help, and that's okay. Let them go about their not wanting help. However, I don't know if some of you grieved properly. I know I've done a lot of grieving the last few years, especially with relationships where it's just like, I shouldn't even be sad about this. Why am I upset? Why does this hurt? Because some people were ruthless. The universe allowed this. Just a reminder, These were the type of people, empty victory type people who just did things just to be a jerk. Always remember that's a reflection of them. If you did your best, that was a reflection of them, not you. They might have tried to project it on you and be like, I was only like this because, well, you were like this and it really intimidated me. Try to bring you down to their level. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Ace of Wands. Right when you said that, it came flying out. Sometimes, here's a key too. Sometimes what looks like a defeat yes, me as well. This has been me pushing against it. And I would blame my natal chart is retarded. Sorry for using the R word, but it is. It's hard. My natal chart is hard. My whole chart is nothing but squares, and the only really good things I have is a sextile to Chiron. Really? Sextile to Chiron. I'm having my Chiron return right now. So it's no wonder that these type of people have been like bees to honey. Well, look. There's something new. You're going to know what it is. Downloads. There's something there's something that's been stirring and percolating on the inside of you. And every time it seems like you move toward it, you get hijacked. As soon as you get like right there, it's like incoming attack. And it kind of throws you off. Well, I think this is the revelation you're going to get. And they put chameleon into like other, like I said, I call it spirit jumping sometimes. Same situation, different face. All right. That might be, ooh, there's the Ace of Pentacles and it just flipped out. This energy right here wants nothing more than the like vampirically harvest this that you manifested for yourself and steal it. I know that's right. Do not let enemies steal your blessings that you worked hard for. And I feel like this has happened to you a few times. And it might have been because you were good-natured, maybe a little naive, spoke too soon, told people about your hopes and dreams, and they dashed them. Like a Five of Swords character would. Well, I believe in you, so does the universe. Looks to me like the universe got some good things for you. Just be prepared for this, though. Someone trying to knock you off your path. Or that's a confirmation that's what's been happening. You get right there to manifesting, incoming. The lovers actually flipped out in reverse. However, I've been taking them all in the upright. They're very well. Look. I don't want to say this to sound like, look, there's a very different energetic signature to divine feminine and divine masculine people. Twin flames. Real twin flames, okay? I think some of you have been dealing with false twins if you are on that path. You might not want to hear it. That might be something like, you're like, this is what you've been stuck on. Someone who kept leaving you out in the cold. Someone who kept being a jackwagon. Runner chaser shit. You know what I think of these people. I call them, you know what I call them? Bottom of the deck. If those people have not come around by now, they ain't coming around. You're better off to do you, even if it says you have to move. Because I don't see that cycle ending. I don't give a rip who this person gets with. You need to cut those energetic ties so that you can have a brand new start. If you have energetic ties with somebody, you need to cut them. Cut them. Just like cut them, burn them. Clip them. There's your message. Do you have, what good things do we have for collective? These are the, I always get warnings. Why can't we ever do like good stuff? Let's get like warnings. Hi, Queen of Swords. Merry Christmas. Look. Here's 3 of Cups. If you've been feeling like this, some of you very well could have they said someone has overindulgence problems. Maybe someone got kicked out due to it. Someone might have been stealing your money. It was a waste of your time. But I think that you're going to feel better once you get into your creative. Oh, yeah. Start getting creative. Start being more selective. Get your emotional security back. And that comes from within you. You will know this. Only you can generate this. What another person does, especially if they're doing third-party stuff, what another person does, you can't control. Who wants a cheater back? Who wants someone who cheats, lies, takes you for granted, doesn't care about your feelings? When you have so much love to give. Just because someone else doesn't see your value, that's on them. Celebrate this. Their rejection was God's protection. All day, every day. It was there to teach you a lesson. Trust your intuition. think some of you might be celebrating it too. Goodbye. Maybe in the next life. And watch what happens. Look, the new start. Yes. Well, we can get on that subject. Look, my whole opinion on, I've talked about narc abuse a lot on here because I've dealt with them heavy. I've dealt with these type of people heavy. This is my narc card, right? Especially when it's coupled with that. One of the things that I've found, I think, well, just so we don't rewrite no dumb new karmic contracts and act like a fool. I'm telling you what, next time I'm before the council and they say, oh, you want to go back to Earth, I'm saying, no. Get me out of there. No Earth for me. Beam me up, Scotty. I just want to go back to source. Like now. Either way. Where was I at here? Oh, narcs. How I feel about narcs. I don't think too much of them. I've really ripped narcs apart on my channel. I've narc injured a lot of narcs on here. I've really narc injured some narcs on here. And I've exposed a lot of narcs. Especially the cheating ones on here. Look, they can't do this. Okay? You want to know what? I liken the best way I can liken a narc at this point is a tissue. I liken them to a tissue. They're good for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then you got to toss it in a trash can. Because their true colors, they don't resonate where I'm at. They don't resonate where you're at. They don't have the capacity to heal or love. The only one that I know that can heal them is the divine. And if they don't want to heal, you can't make them heal. It's sort of like, you know, a car does what a car does. Right? It's an innate object at this point. They go in a cycle. You go, you flip the key, it turns on. You know how they run. You know the whole cycle. You know how they move. You know, basically, you know how to drive them. You know what they're going to do next. But they'll never be nothing more than a car. They don't have the capacity for this. And a car is soulless. They've sold their soul. I think they can get it back if they can repent, but most narcs can't do that. They just like to do this and steal energy from people and create a lot of havoc. That's what they like to do. Toxic. And when you're intuition, they can't get anything past you. Well, they can gaslight all they want. But your intuition's already telling you. And then when you get confirmation, you better listen. Especially people, this just happened to me. When people come up and tell you about something and it's already resonating with you and you kind of already have an idea and you saw red flags, and then someone confirms your red flags, run. And don't look back. Now, you don't have to create karma with them and get energetically tied to them. You release them. You set up boundaries, you release them, and say toodaloo. Tower card. See? They don't resonate with you no more. And then death and rebirth is right after that. They don't resonate with you anymore. That was in reverse with the tower. You're being transformed, and some people can't go with you where you're going. Okay? They just can't. And I think some people on here, especially in this community, if you were in the tarot community, some of you have been going around this freaking mountain waiting on people that aren't coming back. They've already moved on. But and I'm not gonna try and call anybody out on this shit or nothing. But some of you, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5 years have been stuck. Feeling left out in the cold. Feeling like you're not good enough. Going through dark nights of the soul. Because you were dealing with the soul tie of probably an arc, yeah. But you thought it was a twin flame. Don't lie to me. I was one of them. And I got the revelation. Oh dear, you still driving by again. Well, Queen of Swords in reverse. I kid you not, that just came out. Queen of Swords in reverse. Look, yeah, you're right. They're spying. Ace of Swords in reverse. They don't know what the hell's up with you, that's why. Because right here's the Page of Swords. That's why they're spying. They can't, no contact. It's, yep. That's what I see. There's no good intention here. There's no growth with the Empress in reverse. There's no abundance there. There's no clarity there. But there's a lot of spying going on. It's really raining outside. Oh, there, the devil just came out as I read that. The Three of Swords in reverse. I think you're healing really slowly from this. Oh, Judgment in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. It is Christmas. It's a Christmas Hoover. Okay. I think you've come to the realization that there will be no reconciliation. That this was a toxic energy. This was a toxic dynamic. You're focused on the Ten of Pentacles. Or that's where you're supposed to put your focus right now. If you were hoping, which I don't know, but I don't think so. Because the Judgment's in reverse. There's not going to be a reconciliation if the... But the healing's slow, and it's probably because he is in your energy. Was it a water sign? Capricorn, possibly. Oh, there's the Hermit in reverse. Earth sign. Yeah. If you look at this card, there's a siphoning of energy coming off this dude. And it's in the ethers. Uh-huh. If you need cords cut, let me know. I do energy clearings. It's not easy, and it's a lot of hard work. But you were put on this path, obviously. Many people who have had to go through this. And many people who've done this are here to help others get through it better now. Because we have tools. The universe had given us tools. Well, I said toodaloo. I don't know what that other dude, like the guy I was seeing. It was like it was a test. It really was to see, I don't know. I have nothing bad to say. He is who he is. I am who I am. We're on different paths. That's what I have to say about it. Um, Queen of Swords. Forgiveness. And laughing at the fact that they can't get it through their thick head. You want nothing to do with them. Demon's desperate, sounds like. That'll work. That'll work. Yo, I've been trying to stay really high vibing. And like I said, I just had to tell somebody on Sunday, get the fuck out of my house. Goodbye. Don't talk. Like, done. Done. Broke up with this person, right? Like, broke it off. Like, we friends from a distance. And I'm pretty sure that this person has the same stuff going on that the other ones did. I don't want to label anyone anymore. But I saw red flags and I was told. I'm nice till I'm not. Yeah. And I'm being nice and I know what it was. It was a test. And then when God says, look, yep. And that's where they're stupid. I've told people, and there's some. I warned people who dated me. You might not want to date me, especially if your intentions aren't good. Oh, my intentions are good, I promise. And maybe at first they are. And then Hyde comes out to play. And I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like, I'm not dealing with your demons. I'm not. Just not doing it. You try and be nice and you try and give people chances. And the more chances you give, the more that they walk all over you. So it's just the way it goes. You need some distance. Distance. And you want to know the messed up part about this, guys? I rewatched my Aries reading. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm talking to myself again. I'm worth so much more than that. Look, over here on Blue Flame Integration, we're not fraternizing with Satan's children. We don't do that over here on Blue Flame. Nope. There is no sit down reason together over here. We get the word, we check the vibe, we understand it. It's karmic contract broke and it's blocking. It's working on our money. And it's closing that cycle. Hey, Merry Christmas. There's better things on the horizon, and I'm going to tell you what. There ain't no better love that I found than the divine. That's the truth. Hardcore. Well, some people don't understand. They think that God is such a secret. No. God's love is not a secret. God, the divine source loves you so freaking much. Yet we feel abandoned because of the bullshit that, it's all Job. You lose your house, you lose your car, you lose your marriage, you lose your kid, you lose your freaking job, you lose your finances, you get sick, you deal with narcs telling you to curse God. Job stayed fast and he didn't curse God. Guess what happened? Got his car back, got it double, triple, quadruple. I think 7 times over. Kids, wife, got his everything back in abundance because he refused to curse God. If you can stay true to that and have faith, I'm telling you, we're on the precipice of this. Just have faith that the universe got your back. If we are dealing with those type of personality disordered individuals that we've spoke about on this channel, it's up to you. You hold the final discard. It's up to you to get help to get him out of your energy. It's up to you to forgive. It's up to you to understand you cannot control what they did. You can't control the past. Living in the past is going to keep you stuck in the repetitiveness of it with the same type of people giving you the treasure. Forgive yourself first, because that's usually the hardest one. And let the indifference set in. Get distance. Get your relationship with the divine. Ask. Like I said, if you're dealing with narc fleas still that are still sucking your energy, I do energy clearings for people. I can get you jump started. I've learned how to do that stuff. I had to heal myself. And yeah, it's still hard because it just seems like you keep getting retested. And then I got to re-clear myself. Tested. But I've learned a lesson and learned to be grateful now for the experiences so I know what I don't want. And what I will put up with. Are you a high value person? This is one of the things that Pete was talking about. Are you a high value person? I hope I don't get flagged for my shirt. Oops. I probably shouldn't have this shirt on here. I don't want to trigger nobody. Oh, dear Lord. Well, that's karma. That's karma. Let him be desperate. It's karma. He's probably dealing with another narc. That's usually what happens. That's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been seeing happens. When they mess over a super empath. Mm-hmm. Many of us have dealt with karmics. Some of them were deceivers. The universe allowed it. And some of us we might not meet them in this life. They're helping us from the 5th dimension. Our twin very well could be in another dimension. They don't even have to be in the 3D. They might not ever manifest in the 3D. However, the universe isn't going to leave you alone. The universe got your back. The universe is going to guide you to somebody who's going to love you correctly, not mistreat you. Yeah, it seems like, dude, that's why I'm like, it seems like I try to have these conversations. like interdimensional. I feel like someone is a Gemini, they should be able to understand what I'm saying when I'm talking about aliens and talking about angels and fairies and all kinds of interdimensional things. Esoteric. And they look at me like I'm crazy, probably because they sound like I'm crazy, but yes. It's because usually the female narcissist is way more cunning and conniving than they are. Female narcissists are way more emotionally manipulative. I think females rule the right side of the brain. They rule the emotions. That's why I feel so bad for our males that get stuck with these. Imagine being a masculine energy, being so emasculated by a female. Imagine they already deal with enough with trying to be a proper man in this. We need real men. We need men to stand the fuck up and not be a pussy. Because we've had to, excuse me, men, no offense. I understand some of our men have been extremely wounded. Toxic masculinity. But a lot of that toxic masculinity came from toxic ass narcissistic females. You know what I love? I love the getting to know somebody. And the more you get to know them, the more they disclose about how much of a douche they really are. Yeah, well, true. Yeah. Do you guys mind? I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. We get on this topic now. If you guys want, I did a reading at the beginning. Anybody that got on here, I did a reading. I pulled cards, so you might want to rewatch this. Um, it's an awesome message for anybody who can cut out this energy, this toxic stuff, and just put the clinkers to it and say, "I'm gonna have faith." Thank you. I don't promote smoking on my channel. However, it's Christmas and I'll do it anyway. Me and my Aries, like. Yep. When are we gonna real 11:11? Good zone clicked off. Now it's 10:11. I'm gonna let you know. Hang on a minute. No, we don't have no business judging, and that has been. And you're right, 100%. Third, you God Empress stop. Yes, you're 100% right on that. Where, especially empaths, super empaths, the real Heyokas, we feel this energy. And it seems like we've been dealing with this since as far back as what we can remember, even into our childhood. It seems like there's been this perpetual sickness in society. Yes. And I'm pretty sure the same was with this last one. Actually, all of them. I seen some where they're just baby, and these kids, a lot of them are only child. or they're in a. I know one that hated his mom. It was just like, I've dealt with a lot of these type of people, but there's a reason why they came into my life, and I'm not even gonna bring up law of attraction. We shine bright. Yo, my light brings all the narcs to my yard. Like a milkshake brings all the boys. Yeah, my light brings all the friggin' narcs to my yard, pretty much. And it's just, it was a teaching tool for me to help other people, especially in the esoteric community and in the tarot community that have been so freaking abused and so stuck in possibly a narcissistic relationship, which people have thought was definitely a twin flame dynamic. So, what do you do there? You have to roll with the punches and understand we're not a victim of this. There's a reason for it, and it's to freaking make you so strong on the inside, but not calloused. But what did they do? They help bring out your intuitive side. They help wake you up to who you truly are. And that's a badass, bomb ass human starseed light worker on this planet. You needed that test. Yo, the power that we have and that we've been able to obtain as, and I'm not saying power tripping here, I'm saying the inward fortification, the power, the knowledge, the even spiritual gifts that you received as a result of dealing with these type of people is a gift. It made you way more sensitive. And many of you are healers. So let's just throw that out there. If you've gone through this, you're being prepped and prepared. That's why. So if you can start looking at that as the gift and not herpes or syphilis to keep on giving that a lot of them or possibly could have. I've heard some nightmare stories, dude. God bless anybody who's still dealing with these people. Can you imagine? You didn't have the testicular fortitude to know your worth and still be freaking just not having standards, just going with the flow, being walked all over. They think you're normal. Yo, that's one of the things that piss me off. Is like, I'm not like these other bitches like that you used to dealing with. I'm not. There's people I loved way more than I've loved you. I've legit said this to this last person. There's people who I would have took a bullet for. I just getting to know you and you're already showing red flags. Like there's people I love way more than you. Don't think I can't walk away from you too. It's the truth. And I had to prove that point. Treat me like shit and watch me walk away. Or just be toxic and watch me walk away. Yep. I see toxicity. I mean, I get it. That's what pissed me off. The lies at the beginning, the gaslighting, the not really gaslighting at the beginning, but the love bombing and the lies at the beginning. And then over time it changes and you see the real person. And you're like, oh fuck no, this isn't what I signed up for. But by then they think they already have you hooked in and they don't. Not at this point. I looked him straight in the face one night and I said, I don't give a shit who it is. Any person on the face of this earth, if it came between them and God, God wins every time. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care if you're my mother. God still wins. I don't care if you're my physical mother, my dad, and I cherish both of them. My kids, God comes first. Period. There is a lot of power in the walk away. There's still pain though. That's that came out in the reading. Either whether you're the breaker upper, or you're getting broken up with. It's painful either way. Yep. Some people are just selfish. Well, we had to get a little bit selfish ourselves. Say you're not worth it. Well, and you'll see that. You're going to start resonating with other people at this point. And that's what I had said. I don't resonate with anybody really that I live around. Nobody understands this stuff that live around my destituted place. I mean, in the physical. I have my YouTube community. Thank God for my YouTube community. But I can't just, oh, I'll start talk. I talk this stuff around my kids. My kids get it way better than most adults. Most adults are so programmed. And if you're not resonating right now, um, you might just have to let it go, and they try not to hold it against her. And that is the toxicity within the twin flame community right there. Some of us are called to let go. Some people are still needing to learn lessons, apparently. You know, it's the way it is. Maybe she has more lessons to learn with that. You know, like I'm not saying right or wrong. I don't know the whole situation, but what I can say is, um, sometimes you just have to let it go and let them learn their lessons on their own. Well, thank you. I try do my best, man. I tell you when I screw up. There's times where like if I like when I wasn't going to bring that person on my channel. Not until I knew better, and as the more I got to know him, the more I was like, this motherfucker ain't for me. Not for me. Um, friend maybe, but even that, I don't know. I don't know. And I discarded it. Like, I broke up with him on Sunday. I was like, get the fuck out of my house. You ain't gonna come in here and disrespect me, man. Uh-uh. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to disrespect my house. And you're not going to sit on my... Dude, I made him walk 4 miles without a jacket back to his truck for disrespecting me. You thought I was going to drive him back to his truck? No. Why don't you call one of your bar friends and have them come pick you up? I ain't taking you anywhere. But get the fuck out. There's the door. You think you're going to freaking talk shit and mistreat me? Bye. Made him walk like 4 or 5 miles in the freezing cold back to his truck. Like I said, I'm not really even mad at the guy. He is what he is. Toxic alcoholic, apparently. Lied about that at the beginning. So, he ain't gonna change. I ain't putting up with it. So, oh, he thinks I always come back around. No, bitch. You messed with the wrong one. So, not saying it's easy. Completely 5 Pentacles him. Yes, I did. Yep. Don't disrespect me and be like, I'll just sit here and wait until you're ready to drive. I'm like, I'm not your fucking taxi. Then he started getting freaking lippy, and I said, get the fuck out. Slammed the door and locked it. Bye. I do too. Thank God for YouTube. Even though YouTube doesn't like me too good. A lot of times. I probably shouldn't say the YT word. But a lot of times because I resonate with people. The only time my channel grows is when I pull tarot for people who are still stuck on narcs. So it's like I don't even want to resonate there anymore. And I'm constantly telling people to let go. I think it's because there's so many people that are stuck on this dynamic of twin flame, and when that's a lot of it. Yep. Well, actually, my first clue Sherlock should have been when he was being stalked by his ex-girlfriend that couldn't let him go. That should have been my first clue. And it was the first red flag. I was like, all right, why is this girl stalking him, following him or showing up everywhere he goes? So he says, and she was. Because she was trauma bonded. That's why. She was a recycled ex from 5 years ago. So they recycle around. Just to abuse some more. Well, I looked in the 8 of Cups. Nope, and most of the toxic behavior you'll find is in bars. I've seen so many people who just... I don't mind going out now. People don't affect my energy when I go out. I sit there and people watch. Now, if the bar gets too full and there's a lot of... I gotta get out of there. I'm like running for the friggin' doors. Like, I can't take this. There's negative... Blech. But I usually don't have to feel like... I have to smudge myself for 5 days when I go out in public, and 5 days and just isolate and take 20 spiritual baths, and it's hilarious, really. You know, the normal stuff us divine feminines know we need to do. They think we're stupid. They think, oh, well, no, my intuition is spot on, and apparently you need some for kind of karma or justice or something. Apparently that's what's going on. So bring the narcs to the yard so that they can get their karma. It's one of the things I'd said. The girl actually told me like how he really was. Like I kind of already knew, but then it was confirmed, and I was like, deuces. Nothing like getting that confirmation. Oh, believe what you... I can't believe you believe... No, I see the actions, and what she's saying is exactly how you act. Nah. He wasn't stealing my energy. I figured out a way of blocking that. He was stealing some of my time now, and time does sometimes equate to energy. So, yeah, I see that. But he wasn't actually able to hook in. And honestly, I don't even have anything bad to say about him. He's, like I said, it's like a rock. What does a rock do? It be's a rock. It is what it is. It's a rock. A rock is a rock. Rock-headed. There can't be anything other than that. Unless there's divine intervention. Unless... Yo, you usually can tell by the look in someone's eyes and their demeanor. I know, and that's why I'm on here. You usually tell by the look in someone's eyes whether or not they are bright and shining or if they're legit. That's how you can tell if someone's legit. I mean, I understand people who've gone through abuse and been so spiritually drained. I was one of them for a long time. I couldn't figure out why my energy kept getting sucked. I had to figure out a way of healing myself and esoterically figuring out a way of shielding energy and my energy, plus helping the collective on top of all of it too, and ridding my... Not to mention my house is on native territory, for Pete's sakes. So, and one of the things they don't like is alcohol. Guess what? That's one of my pet peeves too. I don't like alcohol. I've mastered that. I do like wine, but I can have one drink and stop. I can have one drink and stop. Some of the people I've dealt with, most of them couldn't have one drink and stop. They didn't realize or see a problem with their drinking. And they still don't. Even though some of them get behind the wheel of a car and then drive, have multiple DUIs. And they continue to do it. That's a problem. That's a toxic cycle. And who wants to deal with that? Not this girl. I don't deal with alcoholics. One of the things, I'm like, if you freaking drink and... So... There's one blessing with the C word of the reasons for the stuff that we don't have the flu right now. That C word. I don't agree with closing down really small businesses and stuff like that because I think it's destroying our economy. However, I don't care about the bar situation. Like, that's actually a toxic environment. So I'm cool if they close some of them down, even turn them into a restaurant or something positive. Turn them into a spiritual store. That's how I look at it. people can master that. I get it. Some addictions are just hard to break, and some of it is ancestral, and some people won't do the work. Period. And those are the ones you gotta let go. That you can't help them. They don't want help. Can't help somebody who don't want help. You can only help yourself. And people who want help. The legit people who want help will come to you. But it's really good seeing y'all on here. I have pictures like that too. I have pictures of myself like that too. And it's the bizarre thing that I've noticed was because it wasn't just one, I've dealt with multitudes of these. It's not your problem. You are your problem. That's not your problem. If you dealt with one of these, you probably dealt with a lot more of these. And I'm not saying every person that has narcissistic traits. There can be just some people that are just toxic. Like they might not be a narc. But even toxic traits and substance abuse, that can ruin a relationship. Many times coverts will hide behind their alcoholism now. And then the mask drop. They feel free because then their mask drops. And they feel like it's fun because they can be a dick and use alcohol as an excuse. Mm-hmm. Well, some pictures I look really, really good. And it's probably after I've been away from a narc for a while. And then some are just like, oh, this energy is killing me. And some of it, like I said, I don't blame it all on just the other. I don't blame it on, I allowed it. The universe allowed it. So what do I have to take from this and learn from it so I don't have to keep repeating this? I could be the great exposer. I don't know. Whatever God wants. I could be the great narc triggerer. Because I'm so rebellious when it comes to that stuff. It's like, oh, you're going to do that? Well, then I'm going to counter and do this healthy thing as you're doing your toxic thing. And that usually, telling them no, that usually triggers them. Not engaging in their reindeer games. If we want to get a little bit Christmas here. Not engaging in their reindeer games and being the Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer that we all are, the big beacon of light that shines and freaking basically saves Christmas, thanks to Rudolph. Rudolph is created for a reason. Right? I mean, look at it. You see deer narcs and freaking Rudolph. It's all about prestige and power and who's better than who on the outside. Who looks better than who is better than. That's a great Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. And guess what? None of them could even power up to what Rudolph had with his light. My sleeping patterns have been off as well. Happy healing, Lori. You have a Merry Christmas too. Remember to give the divine thanks and give the divine Creator, praise for everything we've gone through, even though it's been probably the hardest year of our life. I've been seeing numbers a lot and thanks a lot too. Haven't been waking up to that though. Well, no, wait a minute. The other morning I woke up to 11:11. I shit you not. I'm like, oh no, you're not doing that to me this time. Mm-mm. Nope. Don't care if they're thinking about me. The karmic. I said it, I think it was maybe a year or two ago, where I was like, I think dark forces hijacked 11:11. I really do. To keep people stuck in unhealthy situations. I think dark energy has hijacked the twin flame community. And that number. I woke up to it the other day and I'm like, oh fuck no. 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 No, 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 no. The other day, I shit you not, I saw 555. And it was up at my mom's house. I saw it like 3 or 4 times in 5 minutes. It was freaking weird. What is this? Oh, and Mama Lowe's. She's not on here right now, but I want to give her a shout out, even though this is like an hour and 30. Thank you for checking out my Etsy store. Thank you for your purchases. Right now, I have your, I actually made your jar. I had them downstairs. I had other ones down there, but I specifically tailor made it and have the frequencies going in it right now. So I'll be sending them out on the 26th. Yeah, the numbers are coming in big time like crazy. Yep. I had that happen on Sunday. Was it Sunday or was it before that? I don't know. Big changes coming. I do post international. However, when I do, I'm trying to figure out the international stuff yet. I am on Etsy. It does say that I can do international. I'll have to get a hold of them and figure out like as far as shipping and stuff like that. Um, so, and I'll be posting new things on there because I've been making new stuff. And I got, so hang tight. There's a lot of stuff on there already, but there's even more stuff that I got to put on there. And there's a lot of stuff I have to do with my business that needs done. My oils need to get put on. My anointing oils are some of the most potent, powerful anointing oils. I kid you not. They came straight from the divine, downloaded. So, and I put the same base in all of my spiritual baths. And then I just add other stuff to them and make them really super nice. See? Just know that it's the angels that are really trying to get your attention. Saying pay attention. And a lot of times when I've been getting those angel numbers, I've been looking them up just to remind myself. When I see those numbers, I look up what it means so that I could take into account what's changing. Maybe it's and I noticed a lot with me, it's been my thought pattern. My thoughts on how I've dealt with things in the past, how I don't want to create new karma, and get all out of pocket like Blue Flame would like to most times. Because I know that I am a powerful manifester through words and I don't want to hurt anybody. And some people sometimes deserve it, and it's just not, I gotta give it to the universe. That's just the bottom line. I don't want that. I need to get oils for my diffuser. I have not created oils for my diffuser yet. I want to. I want to figure out how to do that. Um, the oils that I have, that I create, have a lot of like olive oil and cinnamon and frankincense and hyssop's and um a lot of the same oils that were in the anointing oil that they carried in the Ark of the Covenant, that oil. And then I just add to it. And I have one for fire signs, air signs, earth signs, water signs. I got like 18 different kinds of oil down there. But they're the rulers. I do want to create good smelling ones. I just have to figure out what other ingredients I'm going to need. So, well, I think I'm going to get off of here. Been on here an hour and 36 minutes. And I want to tell y'all, keep strong, willpower. I got sandalwood too. I put sandalwood in a lot of my stuff. It's a good cleanser, along with sage extract. Well, thank you for coming over, Anne. I appreciate you all being here. If you have not liked and shared and subscribed, feel free. I felt like this was definitely a collective message. Some people might not want to hear it. And I probably shouldn't have this shirt on. Sorry about that if you don't like the guy. But I'm not promoting. I just put it on for the night. It's like my oversized t-shirt. And I get on here and I'm like, oh shit. Oops. Don't hate me for it. I didn't buy it. It was given to me. Either way. I love you all. Have a great night. We will commence this probably again tomorrow. I'll probably come on. I really don't have plans. So, it's us. Me and Divine. Maybe I'll get on YouTube. Maybe I'll come on pull cards. We will see. All I do know is if you got on here late, go back to the beginning and actually watch the reading. Yeah. Because you got a message from the divine. Okay? I love you guys. Have a good night. Have a wonderful Christmas. We'll see you later. Bye.